Welcome back. I realized I messed up, but we're going to fix that by doing this. If you have a white stroke and an orange stroke on top of it, you're fine. If you follow along exactly like I did, then you don't have that. So click on fill, and we're going to add an, undo. We're going to add a new stroke, and we're going to make this one white. So you should have a white stroke and an orange stroke. They're both 1 point. So there we go. So the order of the appearance attribute rows can greatly change how your artwork looks. In the appearance panel, fills and strokes are listed in stacking order, top to bottom in the panel, correlates to front to back in the artwork. You can reorder attribute rows in a way similar to dragging layers in the layers panel to rearrange the stacking order. Next, you'll change the appearance of artwork by reordering attributes in the appearance panel. With that text still selected, press either Command plus or Control plus to zoom in so you can see it like mine is. And then in the appearance panel, click the eye icon to the left of the white stroke to hide it temporarily. So that is now hidden. Click the arrows to the left of all stroke and fill rows to hide the opacity for each. What? I'll drag this down. So everything is hidden. I'm not sure if that's what I was supposed to do, but let's keep going and see. Drag the orange stroke row in the appearance panel down below the word characters. So let's click on below characters right there. Release the mouse button and see the result. Maybe that wasn't supposed to be hidden. Oh, see the difference. Voila. The orange stroke is now behind all fills and the white stroke. The word characters represents where the stroke and fill, which is the pink color of the text, not the text objects, sit in the stacking order. Click where the eye icon was for the white stroke row to show it again. I'm going to open this back up. So yours should look like mine. With the selection tool selected, click to select the cake stand that you edited earlier. You might need to select the hand tool and drag the window to see. In the appearance panel, drag the aqua fill row down below the pattern fill row and release. Look at there. We did it. Moving the aqua fill attribute below the pattern fill attribute definitely changes the look of the artwork. The pattern fill is now on top of the solid color fill. Let's do select, deselect, file, save. Isn't this just so much fun? We are now going to use live effects. Effects are how you apply the cool stuff to your artwork. Ever heard of a drop shadow or just a shadow? That's an effect. There are tons of effects and they open up worlds of creative possibilities. In many instances, effects alter the appearance of an object without changing the underlying artwork. They're added to the object's appearance attribute, which you can edit, move, hide, delete, or duplicate at any time in the appearance panel. There are two types of effects in Illustrator: vector effects and raster effects. In Illustrator, click the Effect menu to see the different types of effects available. The Illustrator Effects Vector, the top half of the Effect menu contains vector effects. You can apply, let me see, Effect, Illustrator, click Effect menu right there. You can apply most of these effects only to vector objects or to the fill or stroke of a vector object appearance in the appearance panel. The following vector effects can be applied to both vector and bitmap objects: 3D effects, SVG filters, warp effects, transform effects, drop shadow, feather, inner glow, and outer glow. See all these things. Photoshop effects, which is raster, the bottom half of the effect menu. You see Photoshop effects. See, Illustrator effects are right here. Photoshop effects are below. You can apply them to either vector or bitmap images. In this section, you'll first explore how to apply and edit effects. You will then explore a few of the more widely used effects in Illustrator to get an idea of the range of effects available. Effects are applied using the Properties panel, the Effect menu, and the Appearance panel, and they can be applied to objects, groups, or layers. In this section, you'll apply a drop shadow to the cake stand to make it stand out. Click View, Fit Artboard in Window. With the Selection tool selected, click the big aqua scallop shape above the cake stand. That's this shape right here. Click the Group button in the Properties panel. Where are you? Where are you, Group button? Y'all help me out. Where is it? Where is it? Where, oh where? You know, sometimes I'm just stupid. You can't group if you only got one thing selected. After you select that, hold down the Shift key and select this guy right here. So that should be selected, and this, and now. Bing. I still don't see the group. Where's the group? I guess I wasn't holding down the shift. I wasn't doing something. So now you see that there's a line around all this. Now there's a group button. Dang, I'm stupid. Group. They're now grouped. Good job. All right, now we are going to click the Choose an Effect button in the Appearance section of the Properties panel. So, you can also click the Add New Effect button at the bottom of the Appearance panel. So in the Properties panel, you can either right here choose an effect, or in the Appearance panel, you can click Add New Effect. Either one. I'm going to choose an effect right here and choose Stylize and then Drop Shadow. In the Drop Shadow dialog box that opens, select Preview. Make sure that's selected. And we're going to make sure Mode is going to be Multiply. Opacity, we want it to be 20%. X offset is going to be 0. Y offset is going to be 0.03. Blur is going to be 0.03. You'll need to type those values in. Select Color and then click OK. Since the drop shadow is applied to the group, it appears around the perimeter of the group, not on each object individually. Independently, rather. If you look in the Appearance panel right now, you'll see the word Group at the top and the drop shadow right here. Let's see. Alright, so you see Group and you see Drop Shadow. The word Contents refers to content within the group. Each object in a group can have its own appearance properties. Let's click File and then Save. Effects are live and can be edited after applied to an object. You can edit the effects in the Properties panel or Appearance panel by selecting the object with the effect applied and then clicking the effect's name, or in the Appearance panel by double-clicking the attribute row. This displays a dialog box for that effect. changes you make to the effect update in the artwork. In this section, you'll apply a shadow to the birthday bash text, but with a twist. You'll apply it to one of the strokes, not the whole object. Isn't that gonna be so fun? Click the birthday bash text. In the appearance panel, select the white stroke. So the effect you apply is only applied to that stroke. Let's now go to choose effect and then apply drop shadow. If you need to, click the arrow to the left of the word stroke in the white stroke row to see the drop shadow. You see mine has a drop shadow right here. The apply drop shadow command applies the last used effect with the same option set. So let's zoom into the text. In the appearance panel, click the text drop shadow beneath the white row to edit the effect options. In the drop shadow dialog box, select preview if it's not selected so you can see the changes. Change the opacity to 40%. X offset and Y offset are going to be 0.01, 0.01, and the blur is going to be 0.02. And then click OK. Leave the text object selected. Text can have all sorts of effects applied, including warp, as we saw in Lesson 9. The difference between the warp you applied in Lesson 9 and the warp effect you're about to apply is that this one is an effect and can be turned on and off, edited or removed easily. Next, you'll use the warp effect to warp the birthday bash text. In the appearance panel, click the word type at the top of the panel. Clicking the type targets the text, not just the stroke or the fill. The more you apply effects, the more you'll realize how much flexibility you have when applying them. With the text selected, click Add New Effect button at the bottom, right there, and choose Warp, and then Rise. This is another way to apply an effect to content and will be handy if you have the appearance panel open. In the Warp Options dialog box, select Preview if it's not there. Try choosing styles from the Style menu. And we're going to, you can just look at different ones and then ultimately choose Arch Upper. Set Bend to 15%, 1.5. Try adjusting the horizontal and vertical distortion sliders to see the effect. And then make sure the distortion values are returned to 0 and then leave the text selected. So move these around so you can say, well, let's do it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. But ultimately put it back to 0. Then click OK. And this would be a great time to stop this video.